It's the Toronto Fall Home Show, and I'm about to go on stage and talk all about how to make your home stylish and organized.
You've seen her on HGTV, she's live right here. Let's have a round of applause and welcome to the stage, Rebecca. Hey!
Thank you very much, Ty. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming. There's so many of you. This is very exciting. Most people have a little bit of chaos in their lives. I'm no exception. I am a very busy mom of two. I have a 2-year-old girl and a 4-year-old boy. So as you can imagine, my life's a little bit busy. And a lot of our clients are similar. So either they're young families or they're retired and they've accumulated a lifetime of stuff. And they come to me and they say, do you have anyone who could just go through it for me? I do have people who do that. But I also have some tips and tricks that I'm going to share today to help you get control of the clutter in your home and really make your house a place to come home to that you enjoy being in, that's restful. Managing clutter should not be your life. It definitely should not be your life in your home unless you do that for a living, like me. So the first thing you need to do when you're thinking of how can I get my house back in order, how can I make it look good, you need to categorize your stuff. So you want to put things into categories. So categorize the things that are in your house that you want to keep in your space. So when you're thinking kitchen design, you have to think about how you use the space. I mean, I do a whole other presentation on kitchens. You can watch it on my YouTube channel. Won't get into too depth here, but this is a really key thing that when you are designing any space, it's not about what's pretty in a magazine. So you could open up the Reno and Decor or Style at Home or House and Home and see something you love, but think about how you use it. So maybe you don't need stools at an island because you find it uncomfortable. You don't have to do stools at an island. They don't have stools at their island. They only have the seating in this corner. The goal when I'm designing a home is to make sure that everything has its place and you only see the things you want to see. Customized storage. So once you start to categorize all the things that you want to keep in your space, think about some creative ideas of how you could actually store them. So instead of just a drawer for all of your tea or coffee, in this situation they have an espresso machine that takes pods. So we had this custom kitchen design with a custom insert so they can keep all of their pods. I think it's really neat. The kitchen company had never done it before. A lot of great kitchen companies will work with you to come up with customized solutions for your home. This is the first time I'd done something like this, and I love it. These you'll probably recognize as garbage inserts or composting inserts. So what we did is in their pantry, each drawer pulls out and has these inserts for produce. Because where do you keep your produce? Is it in a basket on the counter? Or is it stuffed in the back somewhere? What's great is they pop out, you can easily wash them, so that if something does go moldy, you can clean it. So food storage is constantly an issue. Where are you going to store your cereals, all that type of thing. This is another solution. You'll notice this has really great storage on the door for spices, salt, mustards, condiments, and then inside there's pullouts and shelves. One thing I will say about a kitchen pantry is try not to make it too deep, because if it's really deep, things get lost. You need to take time to think about how you want the new space to function and feel. So this is the fun part. This is where you get to go on Pinterest, you get magazines. This is a nightstand. So this is a lovely bedroom, something to think about. Some people prefer a shelf on their nightstand so they can have their books. That's what I like. So I have a little drawer and then I have a shelf. That's my preferred nightstand in every house I design. I always try to find that so that you can have your books easily accessible and you don't have to keep them on the surface. But if you have things that you don't want other people to see, drawers are great. This bedroom is very soft and serene. And when it comes to keeping and making it stylish without feeling like it's cluttered, this is a monochromatic color palette. Monochromatic basically means that you're really going with one color as your focus as opposed to multiples. There's no complementary colors. I mean, there's a pop of pink in the flowers, but essentially everything's here is a nice soft aqua color. This was a couple that had retired. They downsized from their big home in Hawks Hollow to a lovely condo that we did a full gut renovation decoration for them. and they really needed to purge because they had a 5,000 square foot house of memories, of furniture, of antiques, of a hand-me-down that they just couldn't fit into the new condo. So we went in and we were able to help edit and go through and say, what can we keep? So if you have a loved piece of furniture that is a classic style, maybe you can find another way to use it in the space in a different room. The open shelf debate, do you want to display items? So I have to say open shelves can be tricky because they are dust collectors and they can be clutter collectors. This is a really great alternative to totally open shelves because it's open. You can't see, but these doors are actually glass. So if you have items that you want to have on display, when you are redesigning your home, think, not necessarily just in a kitchen, these are great examples, but maybe it's in a wall unit, a custom wall unit. A lot of shelves can be pretty overwhelming, even for a designer to style and make perfect. So think about how much open shelving you really need. I do think it's nice to have a blend because it's lovely to see items on display. So much of what I do is psychology. It's understanding colors and how they affect your mood and the space that you're in. It's understanding lighting and how, you go to one restaurant and it just feels so good. It's because they have layers of lighting, they have texture on the walls. Then you go to another local bar and it's just pot lights central, white walls, and it feels cold and it's not comfortable. That all comes down to the psychology of design. If you're scared to add color and you don't know how to do it, just pick one color and then maybe some variations on that color. And that will help to create a serene environment so that it doesn't feel chaotic and hectic when you're home. If you don't know how to warm up a space, it feels cold, maybe you have all gray walls and a gray couch and gray wood flooring, because gray was really popular a few years ago and everyone wants gray, and you just don't know how to warm it up. Wood is a really nice way, not a gray wood, a nice warm wood. This is a white oak with a stain, and then in the shower, there's a teak bench. So you can add those elements in small little quantities and it'll really elevate the look of the space. Look for space opportunities wherever you can. If you have bulkheads in your house or condo, everybody hates bulkheads, they're ugly, but sometimes they serve a purpose. But more often than not, if you actually cut a hole, you'll find that there's a lot of space there that doesn't need to be there. So most of the time when we go into homes and condos, we're in a condo right now at Jarvis and King, and it's Bulkhead City. It was built about 20 years ago. We had our contractor on our trade day go in and cut some holes. We're able to gain 8 inches on every bulkhead. Why did the builder do that? I have no answer. So look for space. You might surprise yourself. So ultimately, these are my parting words. Don't get lost in the chaos. Focus on the end result and develop a plan to tackle the areas that are causing you stress. And when in doubt, hire a designer. That's what we do. We are here to make your space beautiful. Just like I said, I believe your home should enrich your life. It should be a space where you gather with family and friends and you make memories. I grew up in a home like that was full of people. You can download our free resource guide and it will share a lot of resources where you can either sell your furniture or unwanted items or buy.
And a big round of applause for Rebecca Hay, doing a fantastic job. Check her out in the magazine.
Well, there you have it, guys. What did you think? Do you think you can get a stylish home and have it super organized? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and we'll see you soon. Downtown Toronto, which is the, again,